After Reed basically gave up on teaching adults and created the Future Foundation to invest in kids, they instantly invented a cure for Ben Grimm that makes him a normal human for 1 week a year. Ben quickly shoves the cure down and goes out with Johnny Storm to have the best week of his life until moments before he returned back to his rocky form, as that's when Annihilus's forces would attack the Baxter building to ultimately open the negative zone portal and allow the rest of the army onto Earth. Johnny, Ben, and the Future Foundation kids fight back until they realize that one of them has to hold the forces away while the others shut down the portal. Ben immediately volunteers to stay back and therefore tells all the kids to get back in the building before he thanks Johnny for the fun week, only for Johnny to push him away, letting the portal shut, making Ben go crazy as he then got ready to sacrifice his life against 1 billion of Annihilus's army, leaving Ben absolutely broken. The Avengers show up in a hurry, ready to fight whatever, but upon seeing Ben's eyes, they realize that they were too late as Sue then enters the room and gets informed of her brother's death. She refused to talk to anybody, including Reed, who actually goes on to use one of the most powerful Marvel weapons, the Ultimate Nullifier, to threaten Annihilus, only for him to calm down after seeing Johnny's remains. The heroes then all came together in the Baxter building to mourn the loss of their friend, where Ben just sat in the background more angry than ever. On day 8, however, when the actual funeral gets held, we would see Dr. Doom himself pulling up to pay his respects alongside every single hero on the planet. Spider-Man eventually goes to talk with Franklin to help him get over the thoughts of the bad things he wants to do because of Johnny's death. He buys him a hot dog even though he didn't have much money, and then tells him about Uncle Ben, which eventually calms Franklin down and essentially stops him from destroying the multiverse. A few days later, the heroes were still trying to get over it as we see Reed's daughter coming up with replacements for Johnny, only for her to delete it, expressing that they instead should kill Annihilus. A whole month passes by, but Ben still wasn't trying to hear anybody until Donald Blake and Bruce Banner showed up and gave him exactly what he needed, as we basically see them transforming into Thor and Hulk to engage in a fight with Ben, letting him get it all out to the point that he just broke down. But this whole thing ends with Reed sitting in his lab thinking about all the possible upcoming threats and what he needs to do about them until his dad from the future suddenly appears.